trying to get after it, like Mad Dog, 10GA, Dizzy Donna, just like the name out there, but Mad Dog, big name out there, trying to take home maybe one of these great prizes. As Mad Dog is out there playing, I'm going to explain a little bit of Game Day Bingo to you guys. As every single day, at the end of the day, no matter what ball count it leaves off at, it is going to revert back to 52 balls or less. That's just how the game works. But throughout the whole entire day, whether you have some games breaking in between them, throughout that day, that ball count will continue to grow. But as soon as the day ends, it reverts back to 52 balls or less at the end of the day, meaning for some really fun prizes available in that minor jackpot, especially the beginning of the day as it grows and then gets to a pretty sizable amount. But just a little explanation for you, Mad Dog, as I know that you've sent in quite a few questions on Facebook about how this game works. But yes, that's how it does. It reverts back to 52 balls or less at the start of every single game, and that's actually how it's supposed to work. We do have still 50 balls dropped on this one. We're moving past that mega prize and now working on the major jackpot. One more ball to go, and we've moved past the major and minor as we now have $16.40 available there. We do have players 2 balls away already. Swanson's, Jerry B, and Mad Dog. We'll see who can end up taking this one home. We will be streaming all these games to you guys live on the Pilot TV, Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on both YouTube Live and Twitch. So hopefully you guys are checking those out, sending in some messages. But that nice must-go prize, we got our winner as Lolly over at Frank's Bar is taking home $16.40 on the must-go. Good job, Lolly, in this game number 1 of Game Day Bingo. We will now be getting rolled into a game number 2 with that minor prize finally becoming available, as it's going to click up from 52 to 54 balls or less. But as I was talking about places that we are streaming to, some of those locations that just got some brand new Pilot TVs, I would love to highlight. Those locations are Scoops Pub and Grill, Muddy Cow Coon Rapids, Change Clear Pizza Coon Rapids, Bricks Pub and Grub, American Legion Chaska, Happy Hour Inn, The Corner, Howling Dog Pub, Andy's Bar and Grill, the Oldenburg Brewing Company, as well as Lindsay's Barbecue and Grill. Good job to all those locations getting Pilot TVs, and a little bit of luck. Hopefully, you can take home a great prize. We got 1 minute and 50 seconds to get enrolled in this upcoming game, as that minor prize is closing in on $100, 54 balls or less, $4,626 available on the major, 52 balls or less, and then the mega prize at $57,059 you can take home in 50 balls or less. All should be some great stuff as you guys are getting after it. But since we're talking about jackpots, we need to talk about the jackpots that went out over this past weekend. We've given out 25 jackpots over the last 7 days and 182 jackpots during the season 13. 15 of which just went out this past weekend. 2 of them went out on Friday. The first one went out to Player over at Dodge Country Club, taking home a nice prize of $4,523. Nice prize for Player. We also had Jake over at Eagles Albert Lay, taking home $1,489 on that Friday. Definitely some nice prizes going out on that Friday. Jake, one of the big-time PGL players, and is right now the favorite to get his name engraved on the Pilot Cup for Season 13. But on to Saturday's jackpots. We had Lucky Donna over at City Club Bar sitting with $638 on that jackpot. Then Jackson 61 had some really good luck on that Saturday, as Jackson 61 took home 2 different prizes over at the Muddy Cow Litchfield. One of them, $738. The other, $606. Definitely awesome stuff for Jackson 61. Also on that Saturday, we had Kingpin over at Max Park Place, taking home $7,183. Almost the largest jackpot of the entire weekend. But also on Saturday, we had MSSB 3 over at Main Street Sports Bar in Glencoe, winning $835. $612 went out to Fast Eddie over at the Lava Burger, and the final jackpot to go out on that Saturday went out to KDS over at Sasquatch Saloon Bar and Grill, taking home $690. Good job to all of our Saturday jackpot winners, as well as Friday's jackpot winners. But we still have 5 more jackpots to go over, actually 6 more jackpots to go over, as 6 of them went out on Sunday. The first one went out to Jula Bula over at VFW Spring Lake Park, taking home $690. Then we had KMN over at Billy's Corner Bar and Grill taking home $707. Brad Kuhn took home the largest jackpot of the weekend on that Sunday over at Smoke Barbecue, taking home $7,782. Also on Sunday, we had Chad over at Sal's Bar and Grill, taking home $928. $869 went out to iHeart Jen over at JR Mac. Hopefully you had a lovely chat with Jen after winning that jackpot. And the final prize to go out on that Sunday and the final jackpot to go out this weekend went out to Noah Cat over at Big Al's, taking home $1,201. Good job to all of our winners in those games throughout the weekend, as we definitely had some nice prizes go out on a great Super Bowl weekend. We definitely had some fun watching just last night the Eagles versus the Chiefs. Chiefs ended up getting the victory by 3 points. It was sad to see them get the victory for me personally, as I had a nice little family bet going on, and it was down to me and my brother by the fourth quarter who was going to end up winning the $45 that was available in the winner's pot. And the field goal for the Chiefs was my nail in the coffin, as I ended up losing the money. But I think my other brother will appreciate that money just a little bit more than I would. We do have 58 balls dropped on this game, meaning we've moved past all of our jackpots to a must-go prize. And there it is, going out. Purple Rain over at Muddy Cow Oak Park Heights, taking home that nice prize of $22.50. Good job, Purple Rain, in this game number 2 of Game Day Bingo. We will now be getting rolled into a game number 3 with that minor prize clicking up from 54 to 56 balls or less. Should be some great stuff as you guys are getting enrolled into a game number 3. But I was just talking about the Super Bowl. Great Super Bowl. It was super fun and exciting for it to be tied in the fourth quarter. I think 35-35. Super high scoring, super fun. I mean, it was all that you'd want out of a Super Bowl kind of game. And for it to come down to a 3-point win was just a great way to end off one of the more exciting NFL seasons I've watched in my entire life, as there was just game after game of wins of, less than a score. 3 to 7 point wins was just really, really fun stuff to watch this season, and they capped it off with a nice victory in that for the Chiefs in that one, as Patrick Mahomes gets his second Super Bowl, a big Super Bowl for him, as he continues on his legendary career, trying to become maybe the greatest quarterback of all time, but he needs quite a few more championships before he gets into that conversation. We do have 1 minute and 40 seconds to get enrolled in this upcoming game. Make sure you guys are doing so. Ben, check in. Let me know who you were betting on that Super Bowl, as I know that a lot of people in our family were putting down a little $5 bet into who was going to end up getting the victory. We do have 1 minute and 25 seconds to get enrolled in this upcoming one. Like I said, 56 balls or less for the minor prize, $142. We could definitely see it go out in this game. But yeah, I'll be interested to see who Ben decided on winning, as I know that he definitely has, not a lot of loyalty ties when it comes to any kind of professional sport, and so he just picks it off of whoever he wanted to at that time. So I'd love to know who he ended up picking. We got 50 seconds to get enrolled in this upcoming game, so make sure you guys are doing so. But as we're waiting for Ben to tell me who he's rooting for in the Super Bowl, I got an E-tab I can highlight, and that's Lucky Star. You guys can see if you can win big in the Wild Star bonus round. It's definitely some fun stuff, as we love those new E-tab games, and I can't wait to highlight a new one that should be hitting your guys' iPads in not too long from now. We do have 25 seconds to get enrolled in this game number 3, so make sure you guys are still getting enrolled and press and play. And Ben said that he was in a similar situation as me, but he bet a little bit of a lower scoring game than I did. So then I ended up getting the likelihood of winning over top of him because of me predicting such a high scoring game. And he ended up betting that the Eagles would win. Oh, and apparently he didn't even know that I had made a bet by the time he made his, and so he just completely got messed over by my bet. Like, I'm sorry, Ben. I feel like I screwed you over in a chance of winning, but I guess, you know, Chiefs won anyway, so we were going to lose no matter what. So we'll just leave it right there, and I guess it was a fun game to watch, as, I mean, it was anyone's game coming down to the end of it. I mean, lucky that they had Lucky that the Chiefs had that one fumble return for a touchdown by Nick Bolton, or else it probably would have ended up going the other way with the Eagles getting a victory. But, you know, one mistake is how those games are won, especially when it comes down to Super Bowl play. We do have 11 balls away for a few of these players, as we're trying to give out a minor prize, 56 balls or less, maybe a major prize, 52 balls or less, or a mega prize in 50 balls or less. But if you guys need to know about when these games are being played, or if we're just having a fun little specialty night, big progressives, player pictures, and so much more, you can find all that on our Facebook page. All you got to do is search up Pilot Games and click on our logo. Once you click on our logo, you can give us a like and follow, or you can see at the top of that Facebook page a link tree. It has links to bar locations, our social media, and more there as well. So make sure you guys are checking out all those options on that Facebook page. We do have 49 balls dropped in this game. Players already 5 balls away, and we'll see who can end up taking this one home. 52 balls dropped. Still in line to be able to take home this minor prize, and we could be doing it in this one. We'll be playing this game day bingo, though, all the way till 1 o'clock, so I'm sure we'll give out this minor prize at least at one point during these games. We are now moved on to a $29.10 must-go prize. But after we finish off these game day bingo games at 1 o'clock, that's when you guys get into the unhosted games for the rest of the day. You'll be playing one game of Lucky 4 bingo right after we finish off game day bingo at 1 p.m. with $84,000 on the line. You won't want to miss out on that opportunity. We do have 10 GA over at Main Street Pub in Kimball, taking home a nice must-go prize of $29.10. Good job, 10 GA, in this game number 3. We are now getting rolled into a game number 4 with that minor prize clicking up once again from 56 to 58 balls or less. The major and mega growing in monetary amounts, so should be great stuff there as well. 2 minutes and 20 seconds to get enrolled. But like I was saying, Lucky 4 Bingo at 1 p.m. $84,000 available in that game at 1 p.m. And if it doesn't go out, you'll have some more opportunities. But you have to wait for more Game Day Bingo, as that 1 to 4 opportunity will be playing Game Day Bingo 50-cent card edition, where any of the prizes we don't give out during this 12 to 1 time, they'll just be growing and rolling into that one, as that mega, major, and minor will still be available. Then you play your second game of Lucky 4 Bingo at 4 p.m. If that prize did not go out at 1 p.m., you'll have another shot at $84,000. That's when you get into Skull Bingo, running from 4 all the way till 6. There's a line prize of $387 you can take home in 10 balls or less, a large frame of $12,942 you can take home in 43 balls or less, and a coverall of $48,573 that you can take home in 50 balls or less. All should be some really, really fun stuff during this Skull Bingo games from 4 all the way till 6 o'clock. Ending off that little at 6 o'clock is a Lucky 4 Bingo opportunity, where you'll have your final chance at that $84,000 prize if it didn't go out at 1 and at 4 o'clock. After that, you get into Game Day Bingo to end off your night, where all those prizes that didn't go out during that 12 to 1 or 1 to 4 time, they'll just be growing and rolling into that 6 to 10 time. The mega prize, the major, and the minor should be still available in those games, and should be some great times, as that minor prize is always getting super exciting, as it collects up 2 balls every single time it does not go out. But the following 2 nights, we will be interrupting that Game Day Bingo from 6 to 10 with some PGL specialty nights. The first one up this week is MegaSota Game Night. It starts at 6:40 every single Tuesday, and we're going to be giving out a bunch of PGL points, a bunch of great prizes, as well as a Jackpot Jungle Grand Finale, where $9,718 will be on the line. You just have to win it in 54 balls or less. Should be some great stuff in that MegaSota Game Night, as Tony and Nikki are finally back in country trying to give out those great prizes. So we're super excited about that, as well as we're excited about Wild Wednesday. Runs from 7 to 9 every single Wednesday, and we'll be trying to give out a lot of PGL points there as well as some really fun games like a high-low game, some mini jackpots within it, and we end off with 2 games of Game Day Bingo, which is always a great time. So make sure you guys are coming out for all of our specialty night action, MegaSota Game Night, 6:40 every Tuesday, and Wild Wednesday, 7 o'clock every single Wednesday. We do have balls dropping in this game number 4 now, as we got players 21 balls away. We'll see who can end up taking this one home, as we got some nice prizes on the line. While you guys are getting after these nice prizes, I'm going to get into some National Day action. First one up is National Tortellini Day. Pasta lovers will enjoy a traditional stuffed pasta during National Tortellini Day on February 13th. Awesome. Tortellini, super tasty. Any kind of noodle I love a lot, but tortellini is definitely one of the better ones, as it's got that it's stuffed with cheese and is super, super good, especially when you have it in like a marinara sauce. I think it's at its best with a marinara sauce, but even if you throw it in some like anything, it tastes really, really good, but I'd probably say I prefer it the most with a little bit of marinara sauce. You throw that, you have the cheese inside, and it just fits so perfectly. And so tortellini, just a great pasta. And it is usually filled with ricotta cheese. That is what is normally there, and I think it tastes absolutely delicious. Let's see, what is some of the best ways to have tortellini, though? Let's find out. Let's find out what's the best sauce to top tortellini. Okay, they say tomato sauce is the #1 way of serving up tortellini, and that was my personal favorite, so I think that's a great one. A nice cream sauce, try a garlic butter sauce or a white wine sauce, or maybe even a Persian cream sauce. I think either of those sound super tasty as well. And probably my second favorite is a pesto sauce within those tortellini shells. We do have a winner here, as we got Sydney over at Maynard's of Excelsior taking home a nice $40.20 must-go prize. Good job to Sydney in this game number 4. We are now getting rolled into a game number 5, as that minor prize is clicking up again from 58 to 60 balls or less. Hopefully we can give it out at that 60 ball or less. Over $230 already available in this one. But it also is a favorite in soup or as a pasta salad. Seems like all three are a great way. I'm pretty sure also my brother, who is on the broadcast with us as a producer, Ben, I'm sure he is a fan of tortellini, as he is a fan of many, many carbs, noodles being one of his favorites. And I think tortellini is just it's a fan favorite from our family. Well, I'll find out if he's a big fan of tortellini in just a little bit. But we got 1 minute and 50 seconds to get enrolled in this upcoming game. $250 available on the minor, 60 balls or less, $4,749 in the major, 52 balls or less. And then the mega prize sitting at $57,182. You could take home in 50 balls or less. All should be some great stuff on this day. And Ben says, love tortellini. I agree. It is just a great pasta and should be used more often, if I had to say, because I rarely ever have tortellini with my pasta, and I feel like I'm going to start buying it on a more consistent basis. Next up, though, on our National Day list, it is Galentine's Day. On February 13th, Galentine's Day brings women together to celebrate each other every year, the day before Valentine's Day. Yeah, I know this is super popular, especially amongst single people around the Valentine's Day season. To be able to go celebrate, have a little, me day is always great, and Galentine's Day seems like a great way to do it. Now, I am on Galentine's Day actually going to be celebrating my Valentine's Day, as I get the rest of this afternoon off to be able to go over and take Jordy on some dates and have a good time tonight. But I think that it's a great day to also just have, get some friends together. If you are celebrating Valentine's Day on the proper day, I feel like that is a great one to do it. Galentine's Day, super fun stuff, hanging out with friends, enjoying a little Valentine's Day spirit without maybe having to have a significant other to do so. So definitely awesome stuff on this day, as it's National Galentine's Day. Next up is National Football Hangover Day. I'm definitely feeling this one as I'm feeling a bit more exhausted than usual today. Each year on the day after the big game, National Football Hangover Day offers a bit of comfort and camaraderie. Yeah, I completely agree. Everyone, it's one of the most celebrated events in the entire nation. I think if it was a holiday, it would be the second most celebrated holiday in the United States, which is absolutely insane. It's right after Christmas, I'm pretty sure, as just so many people love to have, Super Bowl parties and everything like that. It's definitely a real thing where the Monday after the Super Bowl, a lot of people get work off, they get school off, whether if you're a student. There's a lot of things that happen on this Monday after the Super Bowl because it is one of the biggest celebrated events in the nation, and it's awesome stuff to have. I had a great time watching the Super Bowl, but today I'm definitely feeling a little bit more exhausted than I normally would on a Monday, as Mondays are already pretty exhausting at times, but this Monday a little bit more exhausting than the rest as we were all staying up having a good time watching the Chiefs beat the Eagles. But happy National Football Hangover today. It's a little bit of luck to anybody who is feeling that way on this lovely day, and hopefully you got work off today for a Super Bowl Monday. But as we continue on through these National Day lists, we do have 40 balls dropped in this game number 5. We'll see who can end up taking home any of these prizes. Still in line to be able to take home the Mega Major and Minor Jackpot, but people will have to start getting closer if they want to remain in line to be able to do so. But last National Day I'll go over before I take a little break with you guys after this game, and that's National Clean Out Your Computer Day. Observed on the second Monday in February, National Clean Out Your Computer Day promotes taking the time out of your day to do some basic housekeeping on your computer. Yeah, it's huge for just being able to have your computer run faster and being able to do all that kind of stuff. I have to do it all the time because I do a lot of my work on a Chromebook, which is known for having low storage capabilities, and so I constantly, at least once a month, I have to go through all of my unneeded documents and clear them all out so to make sure that I have enough room so that my laptop runs fine. But happy National Clean Out Your Computer Day. Definitely a great one. We do have a must-go prize going out to Red over at American Legion Fridley, taking home $64.40. Good job, Red, in this game number 5. I'm going to be taking a break for game number 6 and game number 7. We will be probably seeing that minor prize go out in one of those 2 games, so make sure you guys continue to get enrolled and get after it in these games, and I'll be back to announce hopefully that minor jackpot winner, as well as give out some more great prizes to end off this lunchtime broadcast.
we're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Kriesel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts, drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
This is fantastic. I've never been anything like this before.
It's almost like being in a haunted house without people jumping out at you.
The decorations are amazing. Jack wanted to get his picture next to the skeleton, and I was taking the picture. I was like, oh my gosh, that's prosciutto.
PyCon 2022. I think it's amazing. It's just wonderful. Everybody's welcoming. They're helpful. It's just so much fun.
If you get an opportunity, go for it.
The people, all the different decorations, the food, just the excitement.
And then to see ZZ Top at the end of this, awesome.
We're here for ZZ Top. I'm a huge fan of ZZ Top.
ZZ Top.
I love winning on the pilot kicks. I won $2,800 a month ago.
She won $48,000 on bingo. Yeah, baby.
I won $13.28 plus $48,000.
$30,000, $20,000 at Bleachers Bar.
We have each other pick our bonuses and, you know, for good luck or whatever. And
Everybody can kind of get in on the fun.
It was amazing. I loved it. I would come back.
It's awesome.
Get me on that list. I'm here.
I will be here next year, absolutely. And you should be too.
Hey guys, and I am here for some more of this great lunchtime game day bingo. We've been getting after it for a little bit now as we are getting enrolled into a game number 8 of this game day bingo. But in the last few games, we gave out some nice prizes, a double Musco and a jackpot in those last 2 games. As game number 6, we had Jammy take home the jackpot over at Wild Boar Bar and Grill, taking home $363. Then on that game number 7, we had Timmy over at Danny's Dugout, taking home a double Musco of $100.70. Good job to both those winners of the games I missed. We are now getting enrolled into this next game. Just 15 seconds to do so, as we got a minor prize at 54 balls or less, $79 already there. The major prize at $4,901, 52 balls or less, and the mega prize of $57,331, 50 balls or less to take home. As I'm going to finish up our National Day list, we just talked about National Clean Out Your Computer Day, and the final National Day is National Cheddar Day. National Cheddar Day adds some cheese gooiness to February 13th. Absolutely awesome on today. I think a lot of people love some cheddar, and I might just get myself a little bit of, a cheddar chip of some sort, as I love a lot of cheddar chips. I feel like they're super tasty. We do have a little bit of Twins news we're going to get after, as we are getting after in this game number 8. And the Twins news is about the starting rotation battle. There are many questions about the Twins rotation. Is Tyler Mahle healthy? No one knows how his shoulder will hold up as he ramps up for the season. How will Kenta Maeda return from Tommy John surgery? Medea had a chance to return last season, but the Twins fell out of contention and didn't rush him back. Would the team consider a 6-man rotation to keep players healthy? Bailey Ober is the odd man out in the rotation if everyone is healthy. At the conclusion of spring training, Ober is the next man up for AAA if there is an injury. Potentially, the Twins could push a starter into the bullpen role to keep the players on the opening day roster. There is also a staple of young pitchers waiting in the wings, including Louis Varland and Simon Woods Richardson. There is depth there, but there's no guarantees everyone will be healthy on opening day. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting thing for our pitchers as we got so many different, starting caliber pitchers. We don't have a singular, I would call, ace in the rotation, which means there's a lot of different things that could be moved around in this rotation to try and figure out who is going to be that guy for us. But I think there's lots of questions within the starting rotation of our pitching room just due to the fact of the amount of people that can go out there and give us positive pitching reps at the top of the mound. We do have Mike as well as Ditsy Donna over at Lincoln Depot, and Mike over at American Legion Brooklyn Center. They're splitting up $32.40 in this game number 8. Good job to both of our winners, as we will now get enrolled into a game number 9 with that minor jackpot clicking up from 54 to 56 balls or less. Should be some great stuff as you guys are getting after it into this next game. Not to forget the major prize, still 52 balls or less, and the mega prize, 50 balls or less. Definitely in winnable ball counts right there with just 2 minutes and 10 seconds to get enrolled. But super exciting stuff about our Twins. Hopefully you guys can send some luck over to our Minnesota Twins by playing the great ETAB game Twins Win. You guys can play wherever playing Pilot games at. You even check out the Home Run Derby bonus round to see if you can win some Grand Slam prizes. But as you guys are getting after it, I have the top 5 of the game day bingo standings, what you guys are earning points for right now. In 5th place, just got moved out of a 4th place tie. We got Funk over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards with 24,000 points. With 26,000 points, moving up from formerly 6th place to 4th place, we got Bucko over at the Green Lantern. 3rd place is Bowl over at Corner Bar Goodhue with 32,000 points. With 50,000 points at 2nd place, we got Tanya over at Plum's Neighborhood Bar and Eatery. And the number 1 player, it's Bobo at Corner Bar Goodhue with 53,000 points. Now on to our top 5 locations in the Game Day Bingo standings, as they are all in the 50,000 point club. Getting bumped back from 4th and the 5th, we got Plum's Neighborhood Bar and Eatery with 50,000 points. Moving up from 6th place all the way into the top 5 in 4th, we got Shady's Railside with 52,000 points. 3rd place is the Chart House with 55,000 points. And with 89,000 points in 2nd place, we got Corner Bar Goodhue. The number 1 player is in the 100,000 point club, and that location is Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards with 104,000 points. Good job to our locations and players killing it in Game Day Bingo. We'll see who continues to kill it in these games. But if you guys aren't playing our live bingo, definitely check out our e-tabs. We have over 70 different shareable e-tab games that you can play anytime and win huge prizes up to $1,500. All games have small bets between 50 cents and $5. With awesome bonus and free play rounds in those games, you'll definitely want to check them out. Right now, we're listening to a little bit of Easy Money. It's definitely a fun one, as it's got the I don't even know what kind of bonus round it is, but you guys will have to check it out to see what it is. It's a lot of fun. It's one of my favorite sounding e-tab games. It's got great graphics, as all of our e-tabs do. And they all have different kinds of graphics all over the place. And so it's super fun to check out those e-tab games, especially the highlight one, Easy Money. But as you guys are getting after in this game number 9 of Game Day Bingo, I'm going to talk about a little bit of music history. And on today, in 1983, Marvin Gaye's performance, he performs a very memorable national anthem at the NBA All-Star Game in Los Angeles, doing a sultry version with a beat. Interesting. Now we see it all the time where artists will put their own spin on the national anthem. They'll add different kind of things to make it a little bit more unique to themselves. And Marvin Gaye being one of those people that did so at the 1983 NBA All-Star Game for that national anthem. Really cool stuff on today, as we see it more commonplace now than I'm sure it was during back when Marvin Gaye did it in 1983. But also on today in 1996, Tupac, All Eyes on Me is released. The first rap double album on a major label. It sells over 10 million copies in the United States. Yeah, All Eyes on Me is a huge album, one of Tupac's iconic ones, and part of the reason why a lot of people refer to him as the greatest rapper of all time is due to all the hits that he had on this album. As you got My Mind Made Up, 2 of America's Most Wanted, How Do You Want It, trade and war stories, all eyes on me, what's your phone number, and only God can judge me. Lots of big time hits from Tupac, who absolutely dominated the rap scene for a while. Definitely some cool stuff in music history. We do have 54 balls dropped on this one, meaning we're closing in on that minor jackpot. We'll see if we give it out right here, as we're moving on past it to a $30.70 must-go prize. And we already got our winner, Toy Box Friend, over at the Toy Box Saloon, taking home that nice prize of $30.70. One ball away from taking home the minor prize. Good job, Toy Box Friend, as we are now going to be getting enrolled into a game number 10 of Game Day Bingo. That minor prize clicking up from 56 to 58 balls or less. Definitely some great stuff there. But if you guys plan on coming out the following 2 nights, Tuesday night and Wednesday night, we're going to have some great special night action. Tuesday night is MegaSota game night, starts at 6:40 every single Tuesday, and Wednesday night is a Wild Wednesday. We are going to be giving out some prizes at 7 o'clock on that specialty night, and you guys can earn points on those nights by signing up at PGL.world. Not only can you earn points to get into our PGL top 10s, but you also have access to insider information, including a monthly newsletter that has a lot of great information in it. So sign up at PGL.world today, and we'll get you highlighted in our new member spotlight. Those new members are Mary 8, 2114 Daddy, Terry, No Whammies, J-Poc, K-Dog, The Dude, Cruisin', Good Vibes, Defiends, me, 56001, Oh It's a Me, Ms. Frizz, DJ Jeffy, Trex Lent, and Top Shelf. Good job to all those players getting signed up at PGL.world. Can't wait to see if you guys can compete for those PGL top 10 standings. On this broadcast right here, though, I'm going to only go over the top 5 players in these PGL standings. 5th place, it is Sloppy over at Malone's Bar and Grill with 342,000 points. With 386,000 points in 4th place, we got Day's Dream over at Monty's Sports Bar. 3rd place is Panda over at the Roadside with 428,000 points. With 485,000 points in 2nd place, we got Sherper over at the Clubhouse at Edinburgh, and that number 1 player is Jake over at Eagles Albert Lay with 622,000 points. Now on to the top 5 locations. 5th place is American Legion Cleveland with 1,274,000 points. With 1,391,000 points in 4th place, we have the Alibi of Gilbert. 3rd place is the Benton Station Sauk Rapids with 1,414,000 points. With 1,578,000 points in 2nd place, we have PJ's Supper Club in Avon. And the number 1 location is Eagles Albert Lay with 1,881,000 points. Good job to all of our locations and players killing it on those PGL nights. We have those PGL nights every Wednesday at 7 o'clock and every Tuesday, so just tomorrow at 6:40. Should be some great stuff, so make sure you guys are coming out for that. The Wednesday night is obviously themed after our Minnesota Wild, and our Minnesota Wild right now are 28, 20, and 4. Philip Gustafson made 27 saves, and the Minnesota Wild ended a 3-game losing streak with a 3-2 shootout win against the New Jersey Devils at Xcel Energy Center on Saturday. I've been on a losing streak before with previous teams, and the best way to do it was just try not to feel the pressure. Gustafsson said, pressure is good in a way when you can feel it, can deal with it. It makes your performance even better. And I think we showed up today, and again, like we created our own confidence. Yeah, it was awesome to see us finally get a win against a really good team. The New Jersey Devils are one of the better records in the NHL, and so for us to get a win there was absolutely huge for our Minnesota Wild, and we need to continue getting some wins and boost this record, hopefully get to 30 wins before we end up with another loss there. We need 2 wins in a row to be able to do so, and we'll have a game today to get that next step closer, as our Wild are going to be taking on the Panthers at 7 p.m. Should be some great stuff, and you guys can send some luck over to our Minnesota Wild by playing the great E-Tab game, Let's Go Wild. We'll play where you guys can play wherever you're playing Pilot games at, and even see if you can score in the slap shot bonus round, as you'll be taking home some great prizes if you do so. We do have 40 balls now dropped on this one. We got players already 6 balls away, like Floyd's Rocks, Mikey Wins, and Spike. We'll see if any of them can take home one of these great prizes. The $163 minor prize. High likelihood we could see it go out in this game right here. But as you guys are getting after it, I'm going to talk about some movies released on today. And Ben, make sure you pay attention right now, as whatever is your favorite movie that was released on today, we'll talk a little bit extra about it. As the movies that were released on today were in 1998, the Adam Sandler classic. We actually have two Adam Sandler classics in here. The Wedding Singer was released in 1998. Younger Adam Sandler right there with some great hair. 2004. 50 First Dates, as I think both of them have Drew Barrymore in them as well, if I'm not too mistaken. 2009, Friday the 13th, and in 2015, The Kingsman, The Secret Service. We do have a winner here, as Super D over at Shore 96 is taking home a nice Musco prize of $36.80, as we will now get enrolled into a game number 11. Only 2 more opportunities at these jackpots, as we have a minor prize clicking up to 60 balls or less. High likelihood we could see it go out in this game number 11. But Ben, let me know what your favorite movie of these 4 movies that we had released on today. The Wedding Singer, 50 First Dates, Friday the 13th, and Kingsman, The Secret Service. All 4 of them pretty fun movies that were released. But don't have a lot of Vikings news as Super Bowl happened this weekend. You guys could send some luck over to our Minnesota Vikings by playing the great E-Tab game, Vikings Victory. Pick a letter in the Skull bonus and see if you can win some big prizes. It's definitely some great stuff. And it's awesome after Justin Jefferson just took home Offensive Player of the Year, as well as Offensive Next Gen Stats Moment of the Year, which was really cool to see him win both of those. But as we are talking about, our Vikings, awesome stuff to them. Hopefully we could turn some stuff around this offseason, as we finally got our defensive coordinator, and now we can figure out a lot more of this offseason stuff as now the Super Bowl is done and over with. We got 1 minute and 30 seconds for you guys to get enrolled in the second to final game right here, as Ben is checking in, letting us know that his favorite movie from that list has to be Kingsman, The Secret Service. I'd have to agree with him, as the other 2 I like. The other 3 I like, but probably not as much as I enjoyed Kingsman, The Secret Service, as I am a sucker for an action comedy, and that just hit every aspect of that I needed. The Wedding Singer and 50 First Dates are obviously good as well, but they're Adam Sandler movies. They're great. Friday the 13th, a horror classic. But Kingsman Secret Service was super funny, as I loved, I'm blanking on Samuel L. Jackson's character in that movie was absolutely hilarious. I'm a big fan of Colin Firth. He does a lot of good roles. And Taron Egerton, it's one of my, probably one role that I've really, really enjoyed Taron Egerton in, as I know a lot of people want him as like the new Wolverine or something like that. So I think that's interesting. You also got Michael Caine and Mark Strong in that movie as well. It's just a star-studded cast, and it brings a lot of funny comedy and action scenes that make it really, really fun. So yeah, Kingsman Secret Service, that's probably my favorite as well, Ben. So good choice on that. But definitely awesome stuff. You guys got 10 seconds to get enrolled into the second to final game of Game Day Bingo. Later on today, you guys will be getting after it in some Skull Bingo, running from 4 all the way till 6 o'clock. And right now in the Skull Bingo standings, the top 5 sit like this. 5th place is Boots over at Trebek's Bar and Grill with 54,000 points. With 61,000 points in 4th place, we have Kool-Aid over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards. 3rd place is Brother Nate over at the Chart House with 70,000 points. With 77,000 points in 2nd place, we have Jelly over at American Legion Stillwater. 1st place is Tanya over at JR Mac with 193,000 points. And then the location side of these standings, the top 5 locations are 5th place, American Legion Stillwater with 121,000 points. With 134,000 points in 4th place, we have Trebek's Bar and Grill. 3rd place is the Benton Station with 137,000 points. With 249,000 points in 2nd place, we have Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards. And that number 1 location is JR Mac with 264,000 points, really killing it in this season 13 in those Skull Bingo games, as they get played every single day from 4 all the way till 6. So hopefully you guys are coming out tonight for that. We do have that major prize at 52 balls or less, but now over $5,000, meaning that it will be clicking up in ball count after this, heading into our final game. We also got that minor jackpot, $225, 60 balls or less. We have a pretty high likelihood we could be seeing it go out in this one, as it looks like we've already clicked past the ball count to be able to give out this mega as well as the major. So it's only the minor prize on the line now, as we're hoping to give it out in 60 balls or less. But some celebrities that were born on today. The first one is a Minnesota celebrity born in Minneapolis in 1918. We got Patty Berg, an American golfer, 15 major titles, and won the U.S. Open in 1946. A huge golfer during her time, and even cooler that she was born in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So right near where a lot of you guys are playing right now. We do have a $225 minor jackpot going out in this game to Sydney over at Maynard's of Excelsior. Good job, Sydney, in this one, as we will now be getting enrolled into a final game of lunchtime, game number 12. Yeah, Sydney has gotten a few wins during this one, as they won in game number 4 as well, but this time able to take home a minor jackpot. Good job, Sydney, as we are now getting enrolled into the final game. Major prize, 53 balls or less now, sitting at $5,034. We could give it out in this one. We also have a double Musco in this game that's looking pretty good. So that Musco that was already available in the last one, only growing and rolling into this upcoming game, 2 minutes and 15 seconds to get enrolled. But next up, born in 1923, we got Chuck Yeager, a American test pilot who was the first man to break the sound barrier. That's a really cool feat, to be the first man to ever break the sound barrier. That feels like something that like a superhero comic you would say, but you know, he's a real human being that was the first human to break the sound barrier. Happy birthday, Chuck Yeager. Next up, born in 1944, a iconic TV show host, Jerry Springer was born. Famous for the Jerry Springer Show, and there was a lot of things that happened on the Jerry Springer Show. It was a very chaotic show that was very popular during the 2000s. Happy birthday, Jerry Springer. Next up, born in 1960, we got Matt Salinger, a American actor who was in Captain America as well as Deadly Deception. Yes, a big-time actor, and if you're thinking of Captain America, the Chris Evans Captain America, no, he was not in that movie. He was actually in Captain America in 1990, as he played Captain America within that series. He was a big-time actor outside of that, as he was in a bunch of different works throughout his time. He was even in Revenge of the Nerds in 1984. I know I've heard that movie come up before, so that's super fun stuff. Happy birthday, Matt Salinger. Next up on our celebrities born on today, born in 1966, we got Neil McDonough, a American actor. He was a part of Band of Brothers, as well as Desperate Housewives and Sweets. Yeah, I'm not familiar with this actor, but Neil McDonough. Let's see if, I definitely know who this guy is. He's been in so many different things. He's in he's actually is in Captain America, the First Avenger. He's in so many different things. He's got a very iconic look to him. I think he's in the Star Trek series as well. I could be wrong on that, though. He's in Paul Blart Mall Cop 2. He's in Red 2. He's in a bunch of different things. He's definitely a big-time actor, plays a side character in many, many different things, and is very iconic for just the look he has. Happy birthday, Neil McDonough. Next up, born in 1968, we got Kelly Yu, an American actress who's in Sunset Beach as well as the Scorpion King. She is also a model and beauty queen, won Miss Teen USA in 1985. Yes, very, very iconic for her looks. And the final celebrity born on today, one of the best receivers of all time, and one of the best receivers to ever wear a Vikings jersey, and that is born in 1977, Randy Moss, American Pro Football Hall of Fame wide receiver, was a 6-time Pro Bowler, and just dominated for a really, really long time. Happy birthday, Randy Moss. We are getting after in this final game of Game Day Bingo. Should be some fun stuff as you guys are getting after it. Fun little fact, astronomer and mathematician Galileo faced charges in Rome of heresy for saying that the Earth was not the center of the universe. So that's a fun little fact, as we now know that he was completely correct and that we revolved around the sun. But he, at the time, it was, a huge, huge deal, and he actually ended up being, he was under house arrest indefinitely by Pope Urban VIII, and lived the rest of his days near Florence. Super interesting stuff, but now we know that Galileo was actually correct and not a crazy conspiracy theorist, as he was probably seen as at the time. Well, definitely a cool day in history, as that was in 1933. We are still working on this Musco prize, as we got $77.90 available on the Musco. While you guys are getting after it, I have a player spotlight for you, as Brad Kuhn over at Smoke Barbecue took home the largest jackpot of the weekend. Before I get into what Smoke Barbecue, the location, supports, we do have D. Logus over at Finlayson Municipal Bar, taking home the Musco of $77.90. Good job, D. Logus, as we are now going to get enrolled into this game of Lucky for Bingo. But while you guys are getting enrolled, Brad Kuhn took home $7,782, the largest jackpot of this past weekend. And over at Smoke Barbecue, anybody who plays there is supporting the Bryan Youth Football Association. They are a nonprofit corporation run entirely by parent volunteers, whose mission is to provide fun, quality, and competitive sports programs to Byron and the surrounding areas. Just really, really great stuff there, helping out the community. And that's just a reminder that wherever you guys are playing Pilot games, your community is winning. So enjoy and have some fun Lucky for Bingo action.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous Days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby! Really cool seeing John Creasel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts, drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
This is fantastic. I've never been anything like this before.
It's almost like being in a haunted house without people jumping out at you.
The decorations are amazing. Jack wanted to get his picture next to the skeleton, and I was taking the picture. I was like, oh my gosh, that's prosciutto.
PyCon 2022. I think it's amazing. It's just wonderful. Everybody's welcoming. They're helpful. It's just so much fun.
If you get an opportunity, go for it. The people, all the different decorations, the food, just the excitement.
And then to see ZZ Top at the end of this, awesome.
We're here for ZZ Top. I'm a huge fan of ZZ Top.
ZZ Top.
I love winning on the pilot kicks. I won $2,800 a month ago.
She won $48,000 on bingo. Yeah, baby.
I won $13.28 plus $48,000.
$30,000, $20,000 at Bleachers Bar.
We have each other pick our bonuses and, you know, for good luck or whatever. And
Everybody can kind of get in on the fun.
It was amazing. I loved it. I would come back.
It's awesome.
Get me on that list. I'm here.
I will be here next year, absolutely. And you should be too.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby! Really cool seeing John Creasel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts, drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
This is fantastic. I've never been anything like this before.
It's almost like being in a haunted house without people jumping out at you.
The decorations are amazing. Jack wanted to get his picture next to the skeleton, and I was taking the picture. I was like, oh my gosh, that's prosciutto.
PyCon 2022. I think it's amazing. It's just wonderful. Everybody's welcoming. They're helpful. It's just so much fun.
If you get an opportunity, go for it. The people, all the different decorations, the food, just the excitement.
And then to see ZZ Top at the end of this, awesome.
We're here for ZZ Top. I'm a huge fan of ZZ Top.
ZZ Top.
I love winning on the pilot kicks. I won $2,800 a month ago.
She won $48,000 on bingo. Yeah, baby.
I won $13.28 plus $48,000.
$30,000, $20,000 at Bleachers Bar.
We have each other pick our bonuses and, you know, for good luck or whatever. And
Everybody can kind of get in on the fun.
It was amazing. I loved it. I would come back.
It was awesome. Get me on that list. I'm here.
I will be here next year, absolutely. And you should be too.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls.
we're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby! Really cool seeing John Creasel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts, drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
This is fantastic. I've never been anything like this before.
It's almost like being in a haunted house without people jumping out at you.
The decorations are amazing. Jack wanted to get his picture next to the skeleton, and I was taking the picture. I was like, oh my gosh, that's prosciutto.
PyCon 2022. I think it's amazing. It's just wonderful. Everybody's welcoming. They're helpful. It's just so much fun.
If you get an opportunity, go for it. The people, all the different decorations, the food, just the excitement.
And then to see ZZ Top at the end of this, awesome.
We're here for ZZ Top. I'm a huge fan of ZZ Top.
ZZ Top.
I love winning on the pilot games. I won $2,800 a month ago.
She won $48,000 on bingo. Yeah, baby.
I won $13.28 plus $48,000.
$30,000, $20,000 at Bleachers Bar.
We have each other pick our bonuses and, you know, for good luck or whatever. And
Everybody can kind of get in on the fun. It was amazing. I loved it. I would come back.
It's awesome. Get me on that list. I'm here.
I will be here next year, absolutely. And you should be too.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls.